have erotic fantasies, but feel some are so inappropriate you barely admit them to yourself, much less share them with your partner? If you'd like to have a more satisfying erotic life, you may want to bring them out of your imagination and into your real life. Transform your fantasies into reality. In this video, I'll speak about an erotic fantasy that most women and men have. Another very common fantasy that most women and men have is to have erotic, intimate relationships in forbidden places and in public places. Today I'll reveal you 10 best romantic, crazy and kinky places to have intimate relationships. And I'll offer you practical step-by-step advices about how to put in practice the woman's fantasy of being intimate in forbidden places or in public places. So follow me till the end of this video, because at the end of my video I'll give you practical details about crazy places, kinky and romantic places where you can try to fulfill your woman's fantasy, where you can try to have intimate relationships. Ooh. Don't go anywhere, because I'll be back with amazing secrets. When love goes wrong, nothing goes right, isn't it so? When love goes wrong, Alice is the key of your relationship. Hello everybody, my name is Alice and I am dating and relationship coach. This channel is all about helping you to build great sensual relationships so you can grow happy together with your partner. If you want to make your love life the best part of your life, hit the subscribe button, like and share this video to people who might need it. Please watch this video till the end, because I reveal you some powerful psychological tips and really practical step-by-step suggestions about how to fulfill your partner's fantasies, about how to put in real life some of these erotic fantasies. Be careful. Use these tips only if you really want your partner for a long-term relationship, or if you want to marry that person. Because if you use my techniques, your partner will obsess over you. So, without further ado, let's dive into our today's topic, erotic fantasies that are inside of a woman's mind. One of the most important fantasy of a woman is to have erotic relationships in forbidden places and in public places. I started a series of videos that has the subject erotic fantasies that most women have, as the studies and the psychological surveys show. The woman is a mystery for most people. The fantasies of a woman are an even deeper mystery for most people. In my last videos, I revealed you my mysterious fantasies that are inside woman's mind, like to be dominated or to dominate, romanticism and tenderness. Please watch my videos about the domination fantasy and about romance fantasy if you want to know more about how to have the best love relationship and an amazing intimate relationship. In this video, I'll speak about the woman's erotic fantasy that takes place in forbidden places or in public places. This fantasy to be intimate in forbidden places and in public places is also a very common fantasy for men too. But I'll speak in another series especially and only about men's erotic fantasies. So keep watching my future videos. Please write me in the comment section below if you want me to talk also about the woman's fantasy with forbidden persons. Watch my future videos. because I reveal you other amazing fantasies that help you to discover better the woman's mind, soul, and body. So keep watching my future videos. Regarding today's topic, erotic fantasy. You know that I always offer you practical advices about how to put in practice your fantasies. So, I present to you 10 best romantic, crazy and kinky places to have intimate relationships. A quick warning about sex in public places. While this guide includes some suggestions of where you can have sex in public, be smart about it. Getting caught might mean you're arrested and fined for indecent exposure. The laws and punishments vary, so find the laws for your county, city, or state. Abide by them. At the very least, make sure that you never have sex close to vulnerable or unwilling participants, which can spell serious trouble. So, best places to have intimate relationships in public. You know, you can get in trouble, but your exhibitionist side wants to have sex in public anyway. Fortunately, you'll find some of the more traditional risky places to have sex in public and a few where public sex is actually acceptable. Romantic places to make love. Maybe you're less interested in the best place to hook up and would rather get a few ideas for romantic places to make love. I've got you covered if connection is your goal. Just remember that making love is about who you're with, more than where you are or what you do. 1. The shower. According to the psychologist Sean Jameson, if you have access to an outdoor shower, making love outside and in nature will make the whole experience so special. Sudsing up your partner's body and cleaning every curve and every edges, every perfect imperfections of their body can be incredibly intimate. You can even add shaving your partner's intimate parts of the body to feel closer than ever. Maybe you can rent a small house that has an outside shower in an exotic country, and this experience will be memorable for your whole life. 2. A rented cabin. Hotels can be romantic, especially if you're celebrating an anniversary or Valentine's Day and request a romantic package. But a cozy cabin that overlooks a lake or has a roaring fireplace is even more romantic when you want not just to have sex, but to emotionally connect with your partner as you do. So, log into booking a cabin and see what's available for a romantic weekend away. Regarding erotic fantasies, my personal advice for you is, for better intimate relationships, explore your fantasies. Admit your fantasies to yourself first of all. Think about your fantasies like, this is normal. It is normal to have erotic fantasies because most people on this earth have fantasies. You can keep your fantasies into your mind or you can share your fantasies with your partner. If you want to have a more satisfying erotic life, bring your fantasies out of your imagination into your real life, into your bedroom, into reality. This is my advice for you because this is the advice that most psychologists give to their clients for a better love relationship. But please take care to keep a balance between your fantasies and the real life, because fantasies can create too high expectations, and these too high expectations can lead to inhibitions, to frustrations if the reality is not accordingly to the fantasy. So please try to put in practice your fantasies with patience without having too high expectations, offering the best of yourself. Let yourself be surprised by how your fantasy naturally evolves into reality without having too high expectations. Many women have a rich fantasy life, which can be healthy and fun, since our minds have a lot to do with our libido. Playing with an erotic idea doesn't mean you're committing to it in real life. There's a big difference between what we fantasize about and what we actually want to experience in reality, says the therapist Emily Harrell. So, if you're excited by the idea of being chained to a strapping barbarian commander, you can go ahead and indulge in these images without feeling guilty about being a bad feminist, a bad mom, or promoting sexual abuse. Watch my video about the domination fantasy for more details. Not all fantasies are kinky. Women fantasize plenty about romantic or vanilla scenarios, like making love on the beach or sleeping with a celebrity, says Harold. But we tend to shy away from talking about the more taboo themes out of shame and fear of judgment. Watch my video about romance fantasy for more information connected to the romantic fantasy. In the psychologist's experience, Harold, and in my experience with clients, many of the more intense fantasies both women and men have are about power and domination. Either being dominated or dominating someone else, which are really about control. Exploring the potential trifecta of power, control, and desire can offer relief from the pressure of daily life, where we're either always in charge of the family, of home, at work, or don't feel like we are powerful enough. Whatever you're fantasizing about, here are ways to use those sexy images to improve your erotic life, as well as starter ideas to bring elements of the more taboo fantasies into your relationship. Adding a hint of danger to a routine intimate life can be super hot. Amplify up your sensuality. A few decades ago, women were seen as passive sexual beings, waiting to respond to male desire. Those days are gone. Women have little hope of owning and enjoying their sexuality if they don't cultivate it, and fantasy is a powerful tool for self-knowledge. Sexual empowerment expert Amy Jo Goddard says, "You don't have to live out a whole fantasy, but you might think about it while being in the intimacy, write about it, or share it with your lover. As you do, you activate more of your own desire and sexual energy. The more you activate your energy, the more vitality, aliveness, juiciness, and vibrancy you feel. It's not the fantasy that's so important, but allowing yourself to learn what turns you on and makes you feel like a sexual creature. Get out of a routine. Intimacy with the same partner, in the same place, in the same way, can get boring over time. Sexually, we are triggered by the new and unknown. Monogamous couples need to make an effort to change things up for the relationship to feel fresh and fulfilling. And sharing each other's fantasies can be a fun place to start. As relationship therapist Esther Perel, author of Mating in Captivity, says in her renowned TED Talk, "It's imagination, playfulness, and mystery that create spark in long-term relationships." For more information about this topic, please watch my video called "How to Make Your Partner Desire You More." Building intimacy. Sharing sexual fantasies can also bring couples closer emotionally. Being able to share your intimate thoughts and create a safe, trusting arena where you and your partner can explore them with the goal of mutual pleasure can really strengthen a relationship. There's so much intimacy that could come in relationships from being able to disclose some of our fantasies and tell our partner what turns us on, what excites us, Harold says. Our fantasies hold strong clues to your deepest desires. Why not see if there's some common ground with your mate? that would be fun to explore. But why do we have this fantasy to have intimate relationships in forbidden places, in public places? We all know that we all have public life and private life. From the ancient times till today, the state, the religion, the society, our family imposed many rules on us, which is a good thing up to a certain level. The state, the society, the religion forbids us different things. Many times the state, the society, the religion, our family enters into our private life, into our intimate life, and tells us what to do and what is forbidden to do. So, one answer to my question, why do we have the fantasy for intimate relationships in forbidden places, in public places, could be that it is a revenge of the individual that tries to live his private life against the state, against the religion, against the family maybe, against the society. We individuals with private life, we have this fantasy to do in public forbidden things, intimate things, to stand up against the state, against the religion, against the society, maybe even against our family. Maybe unconsciously, by having the fantasy of intimacy in forbidden places and by putting this fantasy in practice, the individual wants to take revenge on the rules of the state, wants to rise up against the society, and this individual feels mental pleasure because it's doing something forbidden. From the mental pleasure derives the physical pleasure, because the brain is our largest sexual organ. Another answer for my question, why do we have this fantasy to have intimate relationships in forbidden places, in public places, could be the rush and the thrill from the possibility of getting caught. Fear is a powerful emotion, and it's one that we've learned can be pleasurable at times. It's a similar principle to enjoying roller coasters. The other portion is that some people are exhibitionists. They feel excited on the thought that some people can look at them or can hear them while being in intimacy. But let's go back to the erotic fantasies that we want to experience in public places, in forbidden places. We are at number 3. We want to have these fantasies and to be intimate beneath the stars. An easy way to have a romantic starlight sescapade is to toss a few blankets or sleeping bags in the back of your truck. Placing sleeping bags on the open ground will also work if you don't have a large vehicle. Just make sure to choose the location and the weather smartly. A glass igloo or tent with a skylight could help here. No one wants poison ivy or a scorpion bite on their most sensitive bits. 4. Making love on a high roof. On a summer night, you can try to fulfill this fantasy by putting a blanket on the roof of a high building, bringing some food and some wine. This fantasy has multiple advantages because you can admire the stars while you lay down together with your partner, but you can also admire the view of the city lights during the night time. If you cannot go on the top of any building of your city, then go on the highest hill near your city, somewhere where you can admire both the lights of the city but also the stars, the moon. 5. Under a waterfall. Not everyone has access to a waterfall, but you can always plan a trip that includes a hike or a swim near a waterfall where you can have erotic relationships. Of course, it's far less romantic if it is a crowded place or if you're arrested, so consider scooping out the waterfall ahead of time and planning your naughty adventure under the waterfall. 6. Making love on the beach. Nighttime is obviously the easiest time due to the darkness factor and because there's usually no one around. Look for a stretch of sand that's secluded and preferably only accessible by one entrance so that you can see who is coming. To avoid sand-crotched, there are a few precautions you can take. Bring a giant towel or beach blanket that will fit the both of you comfortably. Position yourself wisely. Despite what the movies show, missionary is not ideal for beach sex. Instead, I suggest spooning. And if you're in a bathing suit, it's easy to move your bottoms to the side. You could also sit on his lap facing him and wrap your legs around him, but be sure to drape a towel around your shoulders for privacy, and please watch out for crabs. Make it count. Once the logistics are out of the way, now comes the easy part, enjoying it. Having sex on the beach is wild and romantic, and let's be honest, it's not something you can do on a daily basis. So take a moment to listen to the waves crashing on the shore, or if it's night, look up at that beautiful starry sky, at the moon. Don't forget to wear protection and sunblock so no one can see you. Just kidding. Raise your hand if you can't wait for summer. I can't wait for summer. What do you think about my list of public places where you can make love in a romantic way? Do you have some other ideas connected to this subject? Now, I'll present you some crazy and kinky places where you can have intimate relationships. 7. A park. A park can be a risky place to have sex outside because of other visitors and potentially law enforcement, but that risk might make sex more intense. Look for a place where you can park or sit without being on camera. Keep in mind that parks are empty at night, but may be patrolled by police, so you might prefer an evening time. Bring a picnic blanket for comfort and a basket if you don't want to explain what you are doing in the park at that late hour. 8. The laundromat. What else are you doing? What are you going to do while waiting for the dryer to buzz? Of course, most laundromats have cameras, but you might be able to sneak off the bathroom if no one else is using the facility or paying attention. Have a laundry room in your building instead? It could be a place to have sex. If there's no camera, you can also try to use your personal laundry washing machine when spinning and drying clothes. Good luck! 9. A balcony. A balcony connecting to your home or hotel room is a pretty risky place to have sex, but curtains or shades can add privacy, and you can strategically place yourself behind foliage or railing too. You can also put a cap and some sunglasses in order not to be recognized or identified. 10. The library. Take an erotic book. Start to read from this book without allowing any of you to touch each other. Then, when the tension created by reading erotic things is very high, touch each other but without being seen by the librarian or by other persons inside the library. The fact that you have to stay quiet during sex can make for an unforgettable memory. You might keep your hand over your partner's mouth, because no one should hear you. Find an empty corner and avoid the librarian. This series of videos will continue, so follow my future videos to find out about the crazy and kinky places to have intimate relationships, but also about best places to have car sex. Hopefully this partial guide has given you some inspiration for some public, romantic and crazy places to have sex. Even if you thought you already knew the best place to have sex, you might have been surprised by some of the suggestions on my list. Did I miss something, your favorite place to hook up? Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe and follow me on my YouTube channel because I'll continue this series of videos about women's fantasies, but also about men's fantasies with such amazing practical advices. My personal advice Be unique, be special, be different, so that you make the person you are dating with, you are married with, insatiable for you. My love for you, insatiable. If you subscribe to my channel, you will motivate me to create videos that will be even better, will have even better content. So please, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Alice, the Key of Your Relationship, like and share this video to people who might need it. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Kisses! Goodbye!